Hey guys, welcome back to Fairy Wisdom. I am here to help you create a happy, healthy, and wealthy life. Thank you so much for being here, for all the likes, shares, and subscribes, and everyone who is booking personal readings, sending in donations, scheduling life coaching sessions with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you guys are having a fantastic 2/22/22 portal here. And we are just going to dive right in. Let's get our cards to choose from, please. Clear. Cards to choose from, please. Take an action. Three today. Oh yes. Okay, we are gonna put these. We're gonna slide these right there. I feel like everyone's feeling pretty compassionate today. I don't know, very calm, very peaceful. The energy feels very like I could totally like take a bath or a nap, or like I'm just chilling energy, like, but it's not chilling in a way, it doesn't sound very noisy. It's very much like, you know, enjoying the quiet. Maybe some of you are getting out in nature, you know, something like that. I don't know. It's very, very calm today. It feels very calm today. It's good. It feels very good. Anyways, okay. Pile 1 is going to be the King of Wands. Pile 2 is the Queen of Pentacles. And pile 3 is the 3 of Cups. And I kid you not, I was not even paying attention to the timer, and I looked at it and it was 2:22. Magic is so real, guys, and not in the way that you think. But some of you know that. Some of you, like me, experience it on a daily basis. Probably the majority of you do. And I think, you know, people talked about this portal being super magical, but I think moving forward, it's going to continue being that way. Like, it's not just going to stop after today. Today is like an alignment with it. Expect that. Pile 1. Pile 1, pile 1, pile 1. If you chose the King of Wands, I feel like you're on a mission. You're on a mission, and you are not going to stop until you get done what you want to get done. Or this energy is building up within you. Some of you, pay attention to your electrical outlets. This is for like one person literally that chose this. Pay attention to your electrical outlets. Make sure you don't have too much plugged into one outlet, because I'm seeing maybe a small house fire, like an electrical fire, okay? So be careful with that, all right? Again, that's just for one person, so don't let that scare you. Even the one person shouldn't be scared. I feel like it's the moisture outside really keeps it contained if you don't already prevent it. So I don't know. Anyways, Some of you might be taking a small little break from a mission, but I don't feel like that. I feel like you're on the go. I feel like you're on the move. You're doing it. Doing the damn thing. Clear. I'm really drawn to this man's thumb ring. I've literally never noticed it before, but he has a thumb ring, okay? So if you have a thumb ring, or you're wearing a thumb ring, or you do wear a thumb ring or something like that, then this is just confirmation this message is for you. Okay. I don't remember if I cleared this. Clear? All right, messages for pile 1, please. I'm still in my gear from this morning, the board meeting. I came straight home, played with it, took Maui out, and got to doing some work and haven't had a chance to change yet. I feel like some, yeah. All right, you guys, there's like some thoughts that are purifying, if that makes any sense, okay? Like almost like your thoughts are shifting. There's a transformation going on within your thoughts, and you're starting to kind of realize and see some truth that was hidden before. And this is kind of setting you up into a new sense of awareness. Fire, okay, so you may either be a water sign, an air sign, or a fire sign. You could be any of the signs, but I do feel like fire is it might be big in your chart. It might be your sun sign or your moon sign. Could be your Venus sign, could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But fire, to me, this has something to do with something that you're passionate about. It has something to do with some sort of creativity. There's some sort of transformation going on within maybe your career or your goals, or something that you're taking action towards, right? Something that you have a lot of drive for. But there's some sort of thought, like shifting in your thoughts, that's going to kind of, again, reveal some truths that may or may not have to do with what you're going after here. It could just be in general, right? Things that have been on your mind, things that have been, really kind of that you've been working through here, okay? But I do feel like your thoughts are being purified. It's like I'm literally seeing, like the water filters that you put on your sink. I'm seeing one of those, but it's like you're running your thoughts through that, right? So you're being mindful of your thoughts, and this is revealing some truth here for you, because you're filtering out the fear. And I think that some of this awareness may also be self-aware, the decisions that you make, rather than, as empaths, sometimes we blame our actions on the people around us because we take on their energy. Well, we are still very much in control of who we are. And so I think that you might be becoming the next level up of self-awareness here. Well, that was beautiful. I love that. I love it. Messages for pile 1, please. Clear. I really feel like you're surrounded by, like, if you have seen any type of, like, I really feel the presence of nature, like animals, like, and I mean, like, not like crazy wild animals, but maybe like a rabbit or a squirrel or a deer, or for some of you it could be a coyote. Maybe you hear a coyote, or birds, or you know what I'm saying, like animals that you would see. I just really feel like I'm hearing like they're almost like following you, like like Cinderella. You're reaching new heights as far as your vibration goes, pile one. Definitely. Clear. Messages for pile one, please. Look, and usually I see this card as like karmic behavior, but it came out kind of crooked. So yeah, it's the birds. Like there are animals around you. That are almost like speaking to your soul. Ooh, you guys are definitely in your masculine energy, which makes sense because you're taking action towards something. You're really in this hustle and motivate mode, okay? If you're not right now, that's what this portal is activating for you. Make sure that you are, me personally, I'm not going to be going out of my way to manifest anything super spectacular, anything special today. I'm going to continue moving towards the things that I have, I'll take, action towards the things that are important to me, towards the things that I'm creating. But I've already created a vision board. And so to me, it's like if I try to do anything, any type of manifestation work or anything like that, that's me kind of telling the universe that I don't believe the fact that they're already bringing all those things to me. And I've literally listed everything out that I think that I want for, within the year 2022. So that's me personally. Some of you may be doing some extra manifestation work, and maybe I just told you that to give you the idea of, I kind of want to get it out so you can see it. I'm going to have to pull out, I haven't, hold on. Let's see. It's very simple. Like, this is everything. I've got a spot for like my finances, for my career, for all the things within my career that I'm trying to build or that I am building. I've got a spot for spirituality. I've got a spot for family, my vehicle, my house, vacations, self-care, and then like things that I do, right? So like painting, writing, reading, dancing, things like that. So this is an example of like my personal vision board. Like I believe that I write my story. And so it's written. And it says 2022 goals and achievements vision board. So, that's me personally. Some people use actual pictures. So maybe by me telling you this, today is a phenomenal day to create a vision board. Do it. Okay, pile one? All right. Oh yeah, this portal is super, super transformative for you, okay? Because you're purifying these karmic thoughts, right? You're purifying these, like I said, it's like you're running them through and you're really just analyzing them. And I think that there may be a soulmate coming towards you, but I do feel like you right now, personally, pile one, are in your masculine energy, okay? Not afraid to be in your truth, standing in your truth, maybe being an advocate for others, But I think that for sure your hustle is either you are on the grind right now, or you are about to be, that energy is about to be here with you. But I think you are also gaining awareness as far as your success as a person, like as where you were and how far you've come and where you're headed. Okay, I do feel the energy though of there may be somebody coming towards you. And there may be some people that know that. And there may be a little bit of gossip going on, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, all right? You may have like 4 suitors, 4 people, male or female, that are interested in you, pile 1. Wow. Because you are simply just I heard the bee's knees. I love that. Pile 1 is a bee's knees. Pile 1 is a bee's knees. Bee's knees, bee's knees. Pile 1 is a bee's knees, bee's knees. Clear. All right, messages for pile 1. Oh, shoot. Look, as I was talking about a shift, a transformation, look, we have paradigm shift. I'm serious. Like, things are really kind of, and oh my gosh, look, and we got furred and feathered friends. I'm telling you, things are really shifting for you. And as you're purifying these thoughts, okay, you're also grounding yourself and rooting your root chakra so strong. Like, I'm seeing like something that like the roots are just so like wide and big, and they just go so deep. And I think that you have had to move mountains to get here. But I'm telling you, pile 1, like, you are on fire right now. Be prepared to, I don't know, I'm hearing like come into a lot of money, or like a lot of money is just gonna like show up or something. I don't know, there's some sort of financial gain that's happening for you. And I heard it's not your taxes. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for clearing that up. Oh, goodness. Messages for pile 1, please. Wow. It's like you're going to create or come across or discover or make, or there's something very significant that's just going to kind of happen for you, pile 1. Like, like either you're about to be discovered, or you're about to discover something or someone, or whether it be about yourself or about something else, or you know what I mean, like some sort of invention, some sort of idea, some sort of something. There's something that is about to be discovered. That's going to bring in a lot of change. A lot of change. And it's all part of this shift. There are people that are receiving some sort of karma at this time for pulling on your emotions, for abusing your emotions, for stealing your energy, for belittling your dreams and your goals and you. These people are now in a reflective state. They're being forced in this state. They could have stole actual money. They could have stole, you know what I mean? But regardless, I think a lot of it had to do with intentionally making you feel some type of way. Completely disregarding your emotions and your feelings as a human being. And they're not only discovering that you are something extremely rare in this human race, but they're also, I think part of them, some of them, it's, ancestors and things like that in the divine realm that are really kind of giving them some sort of lessons here. But for others, there is this, they're being forced to make these reflections and recognize and almost kind of punish themselves in a way. Just, they're going to come out of this, but this is part of, what you do unto others is done unto you. Type energy. Okay. Let's see. Nope, not this deck. Okay. Clear. Wow. Yeah. This person isn't showing this to you though. Okay, you may still be in communication with this person or something along that nature, but they're not showing you, this is hidden from you. They're feeling like this. They're feeling like they messed up, like they, they're missing out. They're, they put you in this position at one point and now they're in it. Okay. But yeah, like I said earlier, there is some sort of financial gain with this 10 of Pentacles and this 8 of Wands. It's coming towards you and it's coming quickly, pile one. There is some sort, and it could be, again, it may not be some lump sum of money that shows up at your front doorstep, but it could be communication from people who are wanting to invest. Could be communication from people who are wanting to purchase some of your things. Could be communication, you know what I mean? But regardless, there is money coming towards you at least 8 times in a row. At least. I'm thinking like 18 times. Like, I'm thinking your blessings are endless. 8 is infinity. Okay, so understand that, like, your money is divinely protected and divinely guided, and you're never going to do without. What do you want? Speak it out. I want to know what this death card is. Yeah, okay. So what's ending for you is this Seven of Pentacles energy, right? This is where you're, constantly watering the money, or you're investing. You're constantly, paying attention to it, watching it very closely, and honestly, she doesn't look super happy with her harvest here. Okay. You're shifting into more of this Ten of Pentacles energy, where this, the money just constantly flows. It's just there. Like, some of you are going to start making money while you sleep. And this is really, what also is going to end is you're going to quit pouring from one cup to another, because every single time you lose a little bit of water, right? And you're going to regain balance as a whole, okay? You're going to be able to, like, purify your thoughts here, and you're going to bend down and you're going to fill both of those cups up because there's plenty around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it like the sun. Look, the sun is coming up. It's rising over these mountains. Remember, you had to move mountains in order for the sun to come up. In order for you to see the sun, right, you had to move these mountains. And here it is. Here it is. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Two of Wands underneath that. She's still holding the one wand, right? Oh, yeah. Page of Pentacles, gift of money, the Empress. Somebody that just attracts it, just pulls it in, right? Yeah. And you know how this is happening? It's because you're purifying your thoughts. You're also giving. Right? Even at the Seven of Pentacles energy, you're a giving person. And so God said, well, shoot, we need to make sure that they have plenty of pentacles to continue to give. Right? Any advice for pile one, please? I'm going to leave it in there. It was the Justice card. Somebody may be going through some sort of, I'm hearing appeal or like court or, I don't know. Justice is on your side though. But in general, for the collective right now, justice is really on your side. Look, the Emperor, I'm telling you, like, could have something to do with an Aries here. Could be a business owner that is coming to make you some sort of offer. Some sort of investor could be coming to make you some sort of offer here. This could also be you, right? You're stepping into this energy, this Emperor energy of owning your own business, really kind of taking it up a notch here, okay? It could go all different ways, but I see it just feels so much like freedom. But yeah, so this, this happening for you is part of your justice, right? Part of your good karma, okay? You know, because you used all of your tools, all of your resources, all of your things to move these mountains, right? Purify those thoughts. Step into this shift. Grow those really great roots. Go through this rebirth. Yeah, there's some sort of expect some sort of offer, some sort of I'm hearing like pile of money. I don't know. Some sort of financial gain is coming towards you. Okay, pile one? I mean, I feel like that's part of this shift here. All right. And not that that's always the goal, but you know, it's nice to have, right? You know, I feel like pile one, you're not a materialistic person, and that is exactly why this is being rewarded to you, because you, pile one, you were grateful with nothing. You were just grateful to be alive, right? You were grateful to have purpose. You were grateful to be able to, you know, share and give what you could when you could. And I think I said this on yesterday's message. Pile one, you have officially made it onto, you know, God's salary here, okay? Look, and the King of Wands is wanting to come out again. You might be a fire sign. Yeah, you are something different, okay? And you're very protected. Somebody's trying to snatch you up and maybe study you or something. Make sure that you're not turning into some sort of a science experiment, okay? Make sure that when these opportunities, like I said, there's going to be a lot coming towards you. Make sure you choose wisely, okay? But I do feel like there's people watching you. I think that, and you're not aware of it, right? Like, you have no idea that these opportunities are headed towards you. No clue. You're just like, do my thing. And then boom, here it comes. Coming in hot. Okay? All right. Whoo-wee. Okay. That is what I have for you, pile one. Thank you so much for being here and for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Please don't forget to do that. And we will see you next time, my friend. Pile two. If you chose this Queen of Pentacles, this is your reading. I'm not really getting anything off this card, which is okay. I'm just going to start pulling some cards here. But it's almost like pile two, you're like keeping your mouth shut, right? You got some things going on and you're not talking to anybody about them. You're not letting anybody know. You are just, you know, she's smiling, right? Because she knows that there are things, you know, that she's planted some seeds that are getting ready to be harvested here. And so you're just kind of keeping it to yourself, You know what I mean? Like, hey, no. It's just the neighbors, buddy. It's all right. No. Yeah, you're almost a little bit defensive. You're like protecting what it is that you've created here. You know what I'm saying? Protecting what you are creating. But yeah, I just think that you have kind of pulled your energy back. You're not really, out socializing with a bunch of people or doing a bunch of stuff like that. Definitely. Definitely. Just keeping to yourself. I heard keeping to myself. Yep, just keeping to yourself. That's okay. That's good, right? Clear. Messages for pile 2, please. Oh, wait. Sorry, I didn't do it in that order last time, and I like to, even though you all are different, you all possess different energies, I like to keep on the same trajectory here. Clear. Messages for pile 2, please. Look, we got peace and freedom here, okay? I mean, this could also be, these two energies are another reason why you're just keeping to yourself, right? Because, like, look, she's in her own little bubble, doing her own little thing, and you know what? This is where I find the most peace. This is where I feel the most freedom, is right here in my own energy, going within, healing. I know that by healing myself, I'm healing others around me. I don't need to go out of my way to make myself known and all these things. It just feels like that. But at the same time, I feel like you do also get out there. You do also put yourself out there, but not in an outgoing and outrageous way. It's just, this energy is so great, pile 2, because it's like confident and sure and nurturing and attractive and just, you that bitch, okay? Or that dude. Yeah. I'm hearing, who's that lady? I don't even know how that song goes. But I know that it's a song, and this is the energy that you possess. You know what I'm saying? This is what radiates off of you. People look at you, pile 2, and they're like, listen, that person is very well financially taken care of, very well, they take very good care of themselves. This person is very calm, kind, collected, and it just feels like if people look at you and they like really look at you and you feel like they're staring at you, it's because they don't understand. They don't understand what they're feeling when they're around you. Clear. Messages for pile 2. Yeah. Yeah, you are not somebody that is like out to get anybody. There's no drama. There's no jealousy. There's no, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what? What's meant for you will always be for you. What's meant for me will always be for me. And I'm happy for you regardless of what I have going on. I am just, I can just attract whatever I want, and, same for you. And I'm just so at peace with my life. Like, You know what I mean? Like, I feel like pile 2, you're in the bathtub, smoking a blunt or something, and just, maybe not, but, you know, some of you might be, and really enjoying the fruits of your labor. Definitely. Now, there may be a little bit of envy, okay, a little bit of jealousy. Maybe pay attention to your friends here, okay? There's somebody two-faced around you, okay? There is. Their intentions are not pure. Their thoughts are not pure. This is somebody that probably doesn't follow the laws, doesn't, you know, kind of does what they want based on how they feel that day. They see you as victorious and they don't want this. All right. Could even be, no, they wouldn't be in their divine energy. I think that you are also in your masculine energy, pile 2. Pile 1 is in their masculine energy as well. Or this could be a divine masculine coming towards you, right? And this, because of this energy that you radiate here, you're attracting this person. And there are some people that are aware, or that are, you know what I'm saying? That know that this person is coming towards you, and so just be mindful of who you talk to. Again, I just feel like you're just keeping to yourself anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just doing your own thing here. So, I need to make sure I watch my time. Don't forget the at 2:22 a.m. has already happened, but if you could make it to the 2:22 p.m. Prayer event, that'd be great. We're, you know, at 2:22 p.m. we're praying, we're meditating for 11 minutes. You don't have to sign into anything or anything like that. Just do it at your own time zone. So that way the energy kind of goes out in waves. Messages for pile 2, please. Again, remember how I was talking about you're like creating things in silence. Yeah. So I think that your vulnerability is kind of healing. Okay. I think that maybe you've had a hard time in the past being vulnerable, maybe a little bit, but I think that you're allowing that, okay? I think you're allowing yourself. And you're just kind of, you know, making sure that you protect yourself, right? Because, of course, there's always going to be people who are, you know, not working in your highest light, or you know, that are two-faced and things like that. But if you follow, if you are somebody who is truly a divine being, you treat everyone with kindness and love, right? You have boundaries, right? But you're still kind. Because you know that you're protected. You might maybe try meditating with the violet flame, okay? You're definitely birthing something, though. And I think you're going to allow yourself to really be vulnerable with it. Clear. messages for pile 2, please. Today might be a good day to just relax. Maybe clean up your house. You know, don't be going out of your way. You know what I'm saying? Don't just relax. For you, pile 2, step away from all of this hard work that you've been doing, all of this, you know, planting that you've been doing, all of this, you know, whatever it is. Today is a really good day to take a break and relax. And again, I feel like maybe cleaning up your house a little bit, maybe just kind of reorganizing. Maybe some of you could stand to rearrange your furniture, kind of change the flow within your space a little bit. I do feel like that would be really good for you right now, pile 2. Coffee break is card number 2. So again, a number 2. We've got 2s everywhere today. Clear. Shoot. Take it back with a blunt. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just relax. Clear. Go within. Tap into your creativity. You know, and do something with your house, you know? Some of you, I think, have worked so hard to get where you are, that you're having a hard time believing it. You're having a hard time seeing it, and I'm here to tell you that you have obtained financial, spiritual, mental, emotional freedom. You are free. Okay? Some of you may be fighting for freedoms in some of your areas, right? Like I did with my kids, and a group of other parents. You know, we had to fight for the mask mandate to be lifted in the schools. We could go around town anywhere we wanted without a mask on, but my children were sitting in school for 8 hours a day with a mask on. And it's not healthy. And it's not cool. You're not going to program my kids any longer. So, some of you may actually be fighting for some injustices in your area. Maybe. But I think you're doing it in a peaceful way. But that's for maybe like a handful of you. Okay? Understand that this is going to turn out exactly how it should here. Okay? Some of you have a decision to make. All right. You know, you're very balanced in your life right now, and there may be something that you need to move on from. Okay. And you're still kind of holding on to it a little bit, nurturing it a little bit here. Okay. And I think it's probably time to cut this person, this thing, this place out. And I think you're just almost like blinding yourself to this decision a little bit. So for some of you, it's definitely time to make a decision, okay? Understand, regardless, you are very protected. But, you know, we don't want to move backwards. That's what we want to avoid here. But you've got God right here. Pile 2, I feel like every move that you make, you're like, hold up. So, God, I was thinking about doing this. What do you think? Like, this is the energy that it feels like. It feels like you are in direct communication with the creator here. Like, look, there's keys at her feet. Mm-hmm. Some of you just you're refusing to see that you have the keys. You're refusing to see that I'm hearing that you are the keys, right? That you're balanced, that you're this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, the Hierophant energy all mixed together. Like, those are solid energies, right? Queen of Cups is very intuitive, very psychic, very much emotionally balanced, very caring and nurturing and kind and gentle. And the Hierophant, that's more of a masculine energy, in my opinion. Very connected, sometimes on the more traditional side of things, but in this energy, it doesn't feel that traditional, right? It feels like, of course, yes, she's communicating with God. The keys are right here at her feet, but it's like, it feels more like a high priest energy. She's got her wand right there. But your overall energy is this Queen of Pentacles energy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you're very balanced in a lot of ways. And I think that you just need to recognize that. I think there's just like a little tiny bit of like fear of going backwards, right? Or again, you may be holding on to something or someone that's trying to kind of hold you back from moving forward. Clear advice for pile 2. Ooh, I need to kind of hurry. That's a lot. Yeah, there's some things that belong in an old cycle. There's some people that belong in an old cycle. There is somebody who is trying to get rid of your stability, get rid of your boundaries, get rid of all of the things, right? And create illusions and things like that. Bring it back up emotions. There's secrets involved. There's, you know what I mean? Like this, whoever this person is, or whatever this thing is that needs to be left back in the old cycle, you need to hold back from them, okay? Again, 2 cards saying hold back, all right? Because the truth is this person is a liar. All right, sometimes the Page of Swords is a liar, and it feels like this Page of Swords is just eavesdropping in order to gain some sort of information for their own gain. Okay? Yeah, there's a choice you need to make. And it sounds like things need to be left where they were, right? Anyways, okay. Pile 2, that is what I have for you. Sorry, I'm going to kind of cut it off here because I got to hurry. That prayer event is coming up and I got one more pile to do, and these are lasting way longer than I anticipated. So, anyways, thank you so much for being here, for all the likes, shares, and subscribes, and we'll see you next time. Let's see. I'm going to do pile 3. If you chose the 3 of Cups, this is your reading. We got to make it kind of quick. I'm so very sorry. I've got to probably like 15 minutes or so. So let's just dive right in. Clear? I feel like there are some people that are, there's about 3 people that are tangled up in something, okay? They've been caught up. They've been caught up, something along those lines. Or you're entangled with some people that maybe you shouldn't be, or maybe people are trying to kind of like get you entangled in something or involve you in something. I don't know. Let's see. Clear messages for pile 3, please. Somebody might be trying to reconcile with you. But some of you also may just be celebrating. You're looking for an answer, pile 3. You're looking for an answer to some question, and this answer is wanting to come to you, okay? You're attracting this answer, but you need to surrender to the question, and you need to meditate on it, okay? Your crown chakra is really lit right now, pile 3, okay? You're receiving so many downloads at this time. And your chakras, you know, as a whole, all 7 of them are aligning at this time, okay? There's some shifts going on within your DNA, actually. Yeah, but you're searching for an answer, and the answer is searching for you. So you need to surrender to it and allow it to come to you through like meditation or through prayer or something. Clear? Messages? For pile 3, please. There's definitely some karmic energy around you, okay? You're divine feminine. You're in your divine feminine energy, okay? Kind of just in this energy of, you know, I feel like for some of you, you could be this middle person, and these are ancestors, right? These are protectors. These are your angels, okay? And you have this field of protection around you, all right? Because there is some karmic energy around you, okay? Some kind of maybe like emotional abuse, but it feels very manipulative. It's almost like a backhanded thing, right? Like just trying, like sneaking in the shots to try to get at your subconscious here. Watch out for this karmic behavior, okay? Pay attention to the birds in your area. There's somebody that's way too prideful to admit any type of fault in something, okay, or be truthful about something. And so this may be part of the truth that you're looking for. I don't know, pile 3, I just feel like you're looking for some sort of answer or answers or something. Could have to do with your parents. It could have to do with your siblings. It could have to do with a karmic, you know, friend or ex, or I'm not sure. Pile 3, you are looking very good right now, though. inside and out. You're radiating true beauty and love, and your love is like no other. No other, pile 3. Clear. Messages for pile 3. There has been freedom coming up in every single one of these piles today. There's a new sense of freedom overtaking the collective, okay? I'm also seeing like basically every color of the chakras on one of these cards. So again, that tells me that your chakras are really lining up. They're aligning with each other. They're opening up. They're starting to move. They're starting to do their thing. They're starting to, you know what I'm saying? Like things are really going to start like coming together for you, almost just like, you know what I mean? Like when you start turning one wheel, right? The rest of the wheels, the gears just start going. And that's exactly what it feels like. I feel like, pile 3, you are like this energy within me is almost just like building. It's like a building energy that just makes me want to like, you know, I want to get up and I want to go save the fucking world. You know, I don't know, like, but it just is like you're bringing this energy to the world. You have access to some information that nobody has access to. We all do, right? We all have that, you know, that special, we all have a way of, you know, everyone has the answers within them, but there's some sort of, there's something that you have, pile 3, that's not quite like anybody else. You're not quite like anybody else. And it's absolutely beautiful. Woo, pile 3. Okay, we gotta keep going. Clear. Messages for pile 3, please. Okay. Some of these questions that you might be asking could have to do with a counterpart, okay? It could have to do with somebody else. A relationship, okay? You're going to get the answer that you need. It does feel like there could be, because you're aligning so much, because the gears are turning, because you're protected, you know, this could be a reconciliation, but I just feel like you're attracting a love. A love that is just so deep. Like, look at them. Look at how they're looking at each other. It's deep. It's deep. If it's a reconciliation, this person matches your energy. They've done the work that you've done also, right? While you've been working on your gears, oiling up your gears, making sure they're in the right spot, cleaning them out really good, you know, got the toothbrush out, really kind of cleaning them up, and then, you know, once you felt like they were all clean enough, then you started turning the bottom one, right? And you kind of went through and started finding the tweaks and stuff where they weren't connecting just right, right? And then you started turning it again, and then, you know, again, you would go through and do the same thing, and you did that several times, and now you're turning it right, and they're all turning in alignment perfectly. No squeals, no squeaks, no nothing. This person did that too. This energy is tense. Clear messages for pile 3. Wee wee. Like a cop car. Some of you might be, look, 4 wands at the bottom of the deck. That's a twin flame relationship. Okay? Look. Fuck me. Oh my God. Look. Healing. Okay? Tower moment. Working with the gears. Breaking things down. Ace of Cups. New, some sort of offer, some sort of love offer is coming towards you. Okay, this connection could be your connection with God, right? For some of you, that's what it is. But for some of you, it is a relationship here on the physical plane. Now, there could be something that, right, there could be somebody that is kind of still healing, right? They're a little bit behind, or there's some, this offer is going to surprise you. It's not something that you're aware of. It's going to, I'm hearing it's coming out of left field. Okay? Totally. Left field. Let's get some advice, and then we got to go, because I gotta get ready for this prayer event. So I'm sorry to rush through your reading, pile 3, but everything's divinely guided. So I trust that you already, pile 3. You're usually like my really tapped in pile. You don't even need me. But I love that you're here. Somebody thought this was over. You thought this was over. Somebody thought this was over, right? But it's not over. I'm hearing it's not over till it's over. It's not over. Something along those lines. What's some advice for pile 3, please? There's somebody from your past that you need to move on from. Okay? There may be a Capricorn coming towards you that is really going to make you happy here. But I think that there's somebody from the past that you need to move on from. But there's some sort of communication that's coming towards you. Again, you don't see it coming. You have no idea this is coming towards you. And this is where your happiness is. This is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But something has to break down first. Okay. All right. That is what I have for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for being here, for all the likes, shares, and subscribes, and we will see you next time.